In the case of one-year-old Azalea, Jeffrey, you are not... Everyone, let's welcome Amber and her stepmother, Virginia, to the show. Now, when Amber's daughter, Azalea, was born at just 25 weeks, she weighed only 1 pound. Now Azalea is 1 year old, suffers from a handful of severe, life-threatening medical conditions. And to make matters worse, the man Amber believes is her father, Jeffrey, denies he is her dad and refuses to help take care of this gravely ill child. Watch this.
I'm disgusted with my nephew Jeffrey for refusing to claim his daughter, Azalea. Azalea needs him more than he understands.
I was just 25 weeks pregnant when my daughter was born. She weighed 1 pound and 8 ounces. She was in the NICU for 3.5 months. Jeffrey only saw her once.
Azalea has septic optical dysplasia, interstitial lung disease, prematurity of the lungs, and she's epileptic. On top of all that, she's developmentally delayed. I've had to quit my job just to take care of her because no daycare will take her.
Doctors told me that Azalea might not make it to her 8th birthday. At any moment, we could lose her. She's almost 2 now, and Jeffrey's missing out on her life.
I'm positive that Jeffrey is Azalea's father. And when we prove it today, he needs to grow the hell up and do right by his child.
So, this little baby is a miracle. The doctor said she probably wouldn't even live.
They gave us a 10% chance of her making it at her birth. 10%, Maury.
And you're positive that your nephew is the father?
Positive. When we found out that she was pregnant at 4 weeks and 3 days, I literally sat down with my brother and we talked about it. And it was figured out that during that time that she conceived, she was at my brother's house for a week.
How would you describe your relationship with Jeffrey?
It wasn't very long. We slept together and got me knocked up.
He says at the time you only slept together 1 time.
Yes.
It only takes 1 time to make a baby, Maury. It only takes 1 time.
Not my baby. Yeah. Did you always know that your baby was Jeffrey's?
When she was born, she looked just like him.
When I discussed that she was pregnant,
right.
Jeffrey's the one that told me they slept together. Jeffrey's the one that told me he might be the dad.
Right.
Mind your damn business, Virginia.
It is my business. It is my business.
He wasn't there during the pregnancy.
No, he wasn't
He
at all.
didn't do nothing. He didn't go to an appointment. He didn't feed her a meal. He didn't buy her nothing for that baby.
Kind of hard to be there when you don't tell someone.
So, as you said before, Virginia, that little girl only had like a 10% chance of living, and not
10%.
only... Did he ever come to the hospital when she was...
Jeffrey came to the hospital 1 time in 3.5 months. 3.5 months. And I had to
Azalea
argue
was
with
in
him
there
to
for
get
3.5 months,
3.5
and he
months.
came 1 time.
And I had
Yes.
to argue with him to get there.
You think they look alike?
Yes.
Look at this, Maury. Honestly, truly. Look at the girl. Look at
That's his baby! That's his baby!
So here's what I've been reading about in terms of taking care of this baby because of of her problems, right?
That's a double full-time job in itself.
You have to take her, what, twice a week?
We go 3 times a week out of town to her specialist. She has septic optical dysplasia. She has interstitial lung disease. She has prematurity of the lungs because of her premature. She literally just got diagnosed with epilepsy, and on top of that, she's developmentally delayed. We never know what to expect with Azalea.
And of course, Jeffrey's concerned about all this, right?
No.
No.
Jeffrey's concerned about taking Snapchat pictures, making it his Facebook profile picture, and getting females' attention. She has a dad who denies her, and he ain't. And when she's proven today to be his, he better step up or get out of the way.
Okay. Here's your nephew, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, come on out.
Jeffrey, you know you laid down
You
with
are
her.
the dad!
Just because I laid down
You
with her,
are the dad!
No, you laid down with her.
just because I laid down with her does not mean
It takes
it's mine.
1
There's 2
time
other
to get
people in
pregnant.
this.
1 time.
2 other people.
One time.
Have a seat, Jeffrey. So, you're upset about all this.
Yeah.
You're upset ahead. What do you
Well, wait
think
a
of
second,
that?
Virginia. Let him answer.
Not only is it still in the air about the other two people, but her coming to me and me not knowing until after a month?
You knew because I talked to your parent. You know that you laid down and slept with this girl.
Yeah, just because I laid down with her, there's 2 other people. 3 total people.
You know that's your baby.
So how is that?
Step up. Did you
I will
not
step
have
up
a parent
if
around?
it's proven that I am the father.
Right.
Did you have a relationship with Amber that ended, or was there no relationship to begin with?
It ended very quickly.
And why did it end?
Not only because Virginia didn't want it, but I found out about
You
the other
guys
people
are
she was
basically
texting.
related by marriage. Why would I want
You weren't there during the pregnancy, right? Because you say you didn't know
it?
about it.
I didn't know anything.
Let's find out afterwards. Once you were told that you were the father, you go to the hospital the one time, and why did you check out?
One time.
Why did you check out after that?
Because I had very high doubts that she's mine.
Look at her. Look at the picture.
Okay, when this DNA test is proven to be mine, then I will take responsibility.
It's yours.
Okay, when we come back, we're going to settle this all. We're going to find out, Jeffrey, whether you are the father or not. We'll have the DNA results after this. And it all starts right now.
I am disgusted with my nephew Jeffrey for refusing to claim his daughter Azalea.
I was just 25 weeks pregnant when my daughter was born. She was in the NICU for 3.5 months.
The doctor said she probably wouldn't even live.
They gave us a 10% chance of her making it at her birth. 10%, Maury.
And you're positive that your nephew is the father?
Positive.
You're upset about all this.
Not only is it still in the air about the other 2 people, 3 total people.
You know that's your baby.
So how is that?
Step up. Did you
I will
not
step
have
up
a parent
if
around?
it's proven that I am the father.
Right.
So before the break, we met Amber and her stepmother, Virginia, who are desperate to prove to Virginia's nephew, Jeffrey, that he's the father of Amber's 1-year-old daughter, Azalea. And sadly, Azalea suffers from a multitude of medical issues. Doctors predict, she may never see her 8th birthday, according to the doctors. So after you went to the hospital, after you saw the condition of this little baby, obviously you had doubts, but you never really got into the life of this child, did you?
I had very high
He
doubts
has done
because
nothing.
her medical
Nothing.
issues do not run in my side of the family.
She was born early. What was that early? She was 25 weeks.
The only way to prove this is to have the real father.
That's you.
Well, we're going to
That's
find
you.
out whether you're the real father. You said that you would
You're the
step up,
father.
Jeffrey, if you're the father,
If
right?
she is proven mine, then I will step up.
In the case of 1-year-old Azalea, Jeffrey, you are not. We'll be glad to bring anybody you want back to the show to have a test, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you take care of her, all right? Okay. We'll be glad to test anyone, all right? Okay. You want to say anything to Jeffrey?
I hope you're happy. You
Hope
got
I'm
what
happy
you want.
because I didn't
You
know.
put us through hell, Jeffrey. I'm sorry.
You're the one coming to me with the issue. You're the one coming to me,
But
harassing
when
me
you laid
about
down,
this.
When you
Jeffrey,
laid down
Jeffrey,
and knew that
Jeffrey,
there was
you
a
have a baby at
possibility,
risk, okay? Okay.
you knew.
I think just let it go, all right? Don't take your anger out on them. You are not the father.